This is your invitation for your marriage, Pastor.
Yes, for my marriage. And
you did not inform us, the Christians of the church, that you are getting married.
No, I just consulted with the board and said, okay, I'll tell you people this evening in church.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this other edition of Spotlight on Gwendi Media TV. As you must have seen from the video, the little preview that I played on there, the lady in there is called Irene Barra. She is the queen of comedy. She's an entertainer. She's a filmmaker, a philanthropist. She is the producer of Irene Barra Extravaganza. What you just saw there was an excerpt of one of her skits. That one got me laughing so hard. I was on the floor. I was looking at it and I was like, oh my goodness, this lady is so full of talent. She has an amazing show on Facebook called The Akimbo Show with so many followers, on which she touches on several topics every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be meeting our guest on today's show in a very short while. But before that, let's take the jingle and we will see you just behind. Don't you go anywhere. I already introduced you to the public. She is the queen of comedy in Cameroon. That lady who would make you laugh and forget every sorrow, every pain, every heartache that you've been feeling. Her name is Irene Fufu Barra. Yeah. Welcome to the show, sis. How are you?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me on the show tonight, Gwen. I'm super excited to be here.
I just love you. I feel like I'm going to be smiling right to the end of the program. And I hope that, and I hope that everybody joining in right now are going to be sharing. They'll be participating. Right. They'll be sending in questions for Irene Barra, aka the Akimbo Queen. Yes. So, hey, sis, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being our guest today. I know you have a show coming up tomorrow, and that was why we had to do the program today. So, hey, for those who may not know who Irene Barra is, would you like to take them to a little history about you? Who is Irene Barra?
That's like one. I don't think I've had this question before.
Oh boy, that comic told me that it's a setup.
I'm taking it back. I'm like, oh, what a question. My name is Irene Barra, and Irene Barra is a Cameroonian lady, and born and bred in Cameroon. Grew up here in Cameroon, schooled in Cameroon, everything Cameroon, and Irene Barra, maybe you could say today she's a mother, a single mother. Irene Barra is a comedian, a philanthropist, a motivational speaker, if you want to say so. Irene Barra is a producer, and a lot more. It goes on and on and on and on. And Irene Barra is an entertainer. Let's cut it short, an entertainer.
Where did the love for entertainment come from? Because I followed one of your live videos the other day. Hey guys, as you come in, share the video and let's see those love signs going up. Smash the like button, smash those love signs. Bros J Soya is in the house. Nick is in the house. Jik Wendolin is in the house. Welcome, guys. Hey, this is your home, and we're going to have fun today with Irene Barra. So take us to how your love for comedy started.
Comedy, I come from a very, I was born into a wealthy family, and then things happened overnight, and everything came to a full stop like that. And the dark part came in, and life became so hard, so stressful, so bitter, so difficult for me. And after going through a lot, I discovered that I was becoming bitter after all the hustles and the bustles in life. But I got to a place where I was beginning to succeed, but I was not happy. I think I was feeling like I'm bitter somewhere, and I needed to change that. I wanted to change the way I feel inside. Because the smile outside was not genuine. I wanted to have a genuine thing that comes from within. And I started to feel like, normally when I was going through the hard times, we could laugh with my family, my sisters, Despite that we were orphans, we could laugh. I could make them laugh. They could make me laugh. Maybe I could transform this into something bigger,
and make the
and
world laugh.
make the world laugh too. Because trust me,
Yes.
I laugh my own comedy. Like I laugh out my lungs. My own
That is what the essence of comedy is. If your
yes,
skits don't make you laugh, then people will not laugh.
yes,
They always say it
that's
needs
right.
to make you laugh first of all. Charity starts
That's
from
right.
home. If
Yes,
it's not funny to you, it will not be funny to the next person. So Irene
at
Barra, you talked
all.
about a difficult childhood. I know you lost your parents really early. Would you like to give us just a little sneak peek of that experience, what it meant for you, and how it changed you as a person? Because I know that the woman that you are today was partly because of everything that you had to go through. Responsibility and life just took you from a certain point without you expecting it.
This experience, it's an experience you wouldn't wish even for an enemy. If at all you have one, you wouldn't wish even for you wouldn't wish this kind of experience for anyone on earth. It
Yeah.
was a very very tough experience, difficult experience for me, because I grew up in a wealthy home. My dad was wealthy, had some means, and
Yeah.
I was comfortable. And my dad gave me a lot of prospects about my future. He made me understand that he was there to do everything I
And
needed
he
to
will
be
be
done
there.
to get alive.
Nobody
That
ever
he would be
knows
there
that
to take
something will
me,
happen.
yeah, to take me to that place where I want to be, what I want to do in life. But bam, out of a sudden, there was that bleak thing that came in, and he felt sick for too long, and it became a problem. I one minute, in a second, in a split second, I became a father and a mother for so many children overnight. And we had to go through
Wow.
that journey for like 20 years of my life.
Oh
I
my
took, I had
God.
to give away like 20 years of my life trying to take care of my sisters, my brother, and my family, my entire household, just to make sure that they all become graduates that they are today, be educated and get a job and get a life. I think it's just now that I'm beginning to start my own life.
Wow, you are
And
such a
it was a
blessing.
very, but trust me, all of these experiences, everything, it took me time. It took a lot of pain, a lot of crying, a lot of regrets, a lot of questioning to God. But trust me, today, when I look back at myself, I'm like, wow, look at
I
what
did
all
it.
of this has made me to be. And I did it, and it has shaped me into the woman that you are seeing right now. Yes.
Irene
So
Barra, I want to say that the very first time I've known you for a while, like I've been seeing you doing stuff and all that, but I started
yes,
following you seriously, some years back, when you just
that's
started
right.
really getting into comedy and all that. I was watching your skits and I would laugh out my lungs and I'll be like, oh my gosh. And then when I got to discover you on Facebook and everything, I got to know you a little bit closer because that's
That's
the
right.
beautiful thing about being able to communicate with people live. This is just such an amazing experience. You feel like you know people, you experience a relationship with them, you build a family with these people. And I got to know so many things about you. I got to know how you lost your parents, how you had to work so hard, you gave up your own education to train your younger ones through school. I
That's
mean,
right.
I don't know how many people would do that. How old were you when that happened?
My dad fell sick when I just left from five. I was
Wow.
15, maybe
Oh my
15 or
God.
16.
Yeah,
I
yeah, that's
went
about the
to
age.
school 1990, 1995. Yes, I was 15. So I
What were
became
some
a
of the
father and a
things that
mother.
you had?
I became
What
a
were some of
dad
the
at,
things that you did?
sorry?
What were some of the things that you had to do during that time? Like you just
Oh
got
my
hit
God.
by this,
Oh my God.
this terrible news. I mean, I know
Oh
that in
my God.
Africa, a lot of times when people die, their kids don't have any property anymore, they don't have a house. Did you ever experience that? What were some of the things that you had to
It
experience and deal
was
with?
so tough because my dad was sick for too long. My dad was sick
Oh,
5 whole years, and I was just 16 when he
wow.
fell. I
Oh
was
my
just 16
God.
when he fell sick, and he was sick for 5 whole years. And when
Wow.
he fell sick, because of the African nature of things, my mom was sent out of our home because of my
Oh
daddy's
no.
illness. And I think
Oh
that that
no.
was the breaking point that completely broke every hope I had as a child to get a normal life, to get a stable life, because my dad was paralyzed from hospital to hospital. My mom was not at home, and she was not allowed to visit us, nor was she allowed to see her own husband. And
Oh God.
one minute, one bunch, huge, loving family was torn apart. And
Oh
I
God.
became a mother and a father overnight. So I had to drop school because I had to work to get my sisters go to school. My dad wanted his children to go to school. My dad was not educated, but he became a vernacular speaker in Radio Boya way back in the days too early. So he was
Wow.
exposed to the modern world and exposed to education too early. So he wanted to give his kids the best,
The best.
just so that he would not, what he couldn't get, his children will be able to get it. So he wanted at all costs for his children to go to school. So if it meant me stepping back for the 5 others to go to school, that was okay by him. And I was willing to sacrifice that because I knew that it would be best if all of them can get a life, even if I don't get a life at the end of the day, but all of them getting a life, that will be a plus, a double plus for me, for him. I wanted to do him proud because I saw how he worked so hard to give us the best in education, to give us the best in whatever we needed. So if he was down, I needed to do everything possible to do him proud and to keep him
Irene
staying
Barra.
positive.
Wow.
Yeah,
I would say
it was
that
crazy. Yeah.
you had amazing parents. I mean, your dad
Yes,
taught
I
you
did.
well. And I'm
Yes,
so
he did.
sure that wherever he's watching you from today, he's smiling because he knows in his heart that you carried the family name high. You made
That's
him
right.
and your mom proud. You did not let
That's
them
right.
down. All
Thank
right.
you.
So you decided to come out of that pain that you had been feeling for so many years. You transformed
Yes,
that pain into laughter by becoming a
a
comedian, by making
comedian.
people laugh, by
That's
entertaining
right.
them with some of
That's
the
right.
pains and the stories that you experienced. I remember watching one of your videos where you're talking about the bad guys you used to meet on the road when you went back home from your bar, the bar that you owned in Boya, and they would
Yes,
never touch you. And when
at
you
all.
started doing your comedy skits, you actually incorporated some of that into your comedy, and it made you laugh. It made life easier because these, again,
So easy.
are things that people experience every single day.
That's right. That's right. I needed to take, in one of the festivals I had, I started comedy to entertain myself, to make me laugh,
Yes, yes,
to transform my negative energy into a positive energy, because I
yes.
think I was becoming too negative, because the
Mhm.
world was not changing to embrace to embrace me, because I've been through all of that after all. No,
Mhm.
it's not because I've been through all these hard times, so the world will just smile at you and embrace you. So I noticed that the world wouldn't change overnight and open their arms to embrace me and kiss me and show me love, because I
Yes,
went through all of that. I needed to work out my own peace, my own comfort, and my own positivity. So I'm like,
yes.
okay, I could just start doing this. And one day, where I was working, it was a Women's Day, and I told them, give me the microphone. Let me
Wow.
see. And I did that. And that day, I can't forget that day. I did so well with whatever presentation I gave them that day. And I think that every presentation I did that day was just copy and paste from here and there. I just wanted to do something. Yes. And I went home, and when I counted the money, it was 11,000 francs CFA. I was like,
Oh
oh,
my
so
God.
this thing works.
This thing is serious. I can take it into
So it
make it a
works.
real job.
So it
Yeah.
works. It means that, okay, I can do this. We can do this. And bam, and that was it. So I just like, okay, I got to my sister who was already into films, and that was how she connected me to Terry Regan in the days. Terry Regan was the first person who taught me how to write my own script. And
Oh,
I did Barrack
wow.
Shalaga, the TV series that has aired in many TV stations back
Yes.
home. And at one point it wasn't going at all. I had to stop
Mm-hmm.
because I was investing so much money into my comedy, into my films, and nothing,
Nothing was
like, really
coming back.
positive was coming out of it. I'm like, okay, I won't force it till I break. I need to stop, and then take a step back. I stopped. I filed to the government for bankruptcy, closed down my company, Barra
Oh
Homeland
my God.
Entertainment, filed for bankruptcy, and then step back, give me some time, and then came back 2018, and this is
Yeah.
where we are
Yes,
today.
yes,
So
yes.
because I've
And we're
learned from
getting
experience,
stronger.
yeah, from all the experiences I've had through my years as an orphan, taking care of my sisters, I've learned that falling is not the problem, but being able to rise again is the issue. So I'm like, okay, I will step back, but I'm sure come back.
Yes, and you are
And here we
back
are
for
today.
real. You're
Yeah,
taking on
yeah,
the world, you're changing
that's
lives
right.
every day, you're giving
That's
people
right.
hope because
Thank you.
apart from being an entertainer, you're also a philanthropist. We're going to get to that a little bit later. But for
All
right
right.
now, for all those who are tuning in, I'm inviting you to smash that like button, destroy it if you like. Smash those love signs, just give us the thumbs up. Let's see it flying up there. And don't forget to share. And hey, I want us to watch the skit, this very special skit. I love it. It just made me laugh so hard. I know you guys are going to be laughing at home because this is serious issue. Irene Barra did not take it easy with this man of God. Let's watch this video and we'll be back.
This is your invitation for your marriage, Pastor.
Yes, for my marriage. And
You did not inform us, the Christians of the church, that you are getting married.
no, I just consulted with the board and said, okay, I'll tell you people this evening in church. And
So, Pastor, you looked in the church and you didn't see any sister. You decided to go and bring a total, because I don't know her. It means that she's not a member of our church. So you decided to go and bring somebody from elsewhere.
no, she said,
After all the sisters are in the church, we have been there for you. I bring seats every day. I bring tithes every day. I make sure that you have food on your table. You will not look at me and say, no, excuse me, Pastor.
doctor,
Let me say my mind. No, man of God, it's not that I don't respect you. I respect you, but let me say my mind. I bring seats and tithes and I bring offering. You don't see any sister in the church like some of us. You go and bring a sister. I don't know whether I don't have any personal problem with you, my dear. So I'm talking to my man of God because he's my pastor. And as far as he's my pastor, I have the right to tell him what I think. I'm disappointed in you. So some of these things that you men of God do that. And people like us have to tell you the right thing. I'm really disappointed. I don't even need your invitation because I'm not coming for the wedding. As it is, I'm pregnant for you. Yes.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're just joining right now. You're in the right place. This is Gwendy Media TV, and the program is Spotlight. On this program, we bring you people, personalities, and celebrities who are making a difference with what they do every single day, who are doing something that is worth sharing. Today, our guest on the show is Cameroon comedy queen, entertainer, producer of Irene Barra Extravaganza, and philanthropist, Irene Barra. She's been sharing with us all about her childhood and story. And right now we're going to be talking about comedy. The skit you just watched was one of her skits from the Irene Barra Extravaganza package. Hey, sis, tell us a little bit about that skit we just watched.
That skit actually brought me a lot of problems, trust me.
Problems.
Trust me, that skit brought me a lot of problems within my church circle and within some friends, because I am somebody that I am very connected to pastors. Pastors like me, they like me naturally like that.
Yes,
I don't know,
yes.
maybe they like the head and so on. So, this skit in the real sense was not my script. This skit was the script. My sister brought the story. She gave me the script. She's the author of this skit. And at the time, she was like my director on set, but she was not on set that day. And we needed to do this. And thanks to my colleague, Fortu Marinos, and Mama Joanne that you see there, who are my colleagues who acted there. Marinos was actually insistent with. I was like, I'm tired. Let's do this. He was like, let's do this thing today. Let's just do something. And that was how it came out. And it came out. We did not shoot twice.
Wow.
It was a one-time shoot and bam. And before I knew it, I put it online. Without knowing it, bam, it went viral. And after that, I was like, oh, it's my story. You are insulting me. Oh, it's my story. You're exposing me. So I was like shocked in the face of the world because it was not even my script. Somebody gave me this story. But because I'm a church girl, I can act that very well because I go to church every day, so I have no experience. It's a lot easier for me to flow with that kind of script because it's like an everyday lifestyle experience. And trust me, that script got me very, very far. It is that thing that has exposed me and exposed my comedy worldwide. I spoke to people from places up to Pakistan and
oh my God.
Places, strange pastors, whites as blacks, calling me all over the world to like, do more of this, please. I want to give you my story. And everybody, I had pastors calling me and confessing, this is my story. And this is, it was
oh my God.
It's a huge plus to my entire comedy career a huge plus, that particular skit.
I will not lie to you that a lot of us have been to church, and so many pastors are not the people that we really see out there. A lot of them, they have terrible, questionable characters, you know.
That's
They do
right.
things like that. And I'm sure that that was why a lot of people said, this is my story. And I believe that even some people watching it have had experiences similar to that, you know, where
That's
you
right.
think that, oh, maybe this brother in church, or maybe this pastor, or you sing together, you do this for them, you cook and oh, whatnot. They don't see you. And then suddenly you hear they're getting married and you're like, what? What?
That's
What are you
right.
saying? So those things happen every single day. And thank you so much for putting
Every
that
day, every day. I
beautifully.
think I had people line up, tell me their stories. Pastors, I had a pastor who actually stopped me, he spoke so deep and he cried. Like
Oh
he
my
has watched it
God.
over and over and he tried to explain to me his own experience.
Oh
And I
my
was like,
God.
okay. So it was something that helped shape my comedy. That's when I started to feel that, okay, I won't do comedy just for doing comedy. I will do
Yes.
comedy that
To
actually,
educate, to
yes, to
empower,
educate.
to inspire.
Yes, that's right.
Sis, you are an amazing person in the
Thank
community,
you.
and it's
Thank you
it's
so
really
much.
an honor to have you here, to have people like you who inspire the world, because you don't inspire only maybe Cameroonians. Everybody can relate to the different stories that you tell through your comedy, and it's
Yeah.
just so amazing. Let's talk about your show, Akimbo Show. What
Yeah.
what made you start that show? You touch on a lot of topics, a lot of different
I'm
topics.
gonna shock you. I like this question. I'm gonna shock you. The person who inspired Akimbo is Bekin Dive of blessed memory.
Oh my God, Auntie Becky Dive.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
wow.
He inspired Akimbo when I was still a baby. I was still a girl, a child, like a
Oh
little
my
girl.
God.
Yes.
Wow.
I used to listen to Bekin Dive on CRTV, doing
Mm-hmm.
debates and all that, but that did not inspire me. But there was a time when she was suddenly transferred to the Southwest region, and
Mm-hmm.
then she had to start a program on CRTV Boya called Anything Goes. And that
Wow.
program became so popular. And you see, if you watch my show, I can laugh out of a sudden. That's Bekin Diver.
Oh
Even in the
wow.
midst of something serious, I would just bust out laughing. And I used to
Mm-hmm.
like the way she used to handle it. On Anything Goes was like a program where they discuss everything except
Mm-hmm.
politics, like anything, any program, the market woman, the marriages, finance, everything was discussed on that program. It was a very interesting program. And
Wow.
since my dad was a vernacular speaker way back in the days, he always wanted me to watch Ansang, he wanted me to watch Becky Jive, Rose, he wanted me to watch all these people.
Wow, those are
So
my role
I
models,
started
you
to
know,
look at it like,
as
I'm like,
well.
one day, I don't know when I will do this. But unfortunately, my parents fell sick and died young. I was not opportune to go to school to become a journalist that I wanted to be. But I never forgot that dream of anything goes. So when I got to Douala, I started hustling in Douala. At some point, my job was no longer paying me. Life became tough. And then I sat down, I'm like, I wrote a program, but I wanted to give
Wow.
it a name. I was not going to give it anything goes. That was going to be copying. I wanted to do it
Yeah,
in that
exactly.
light, but I want to give it another name. So that was how I came up with the name Akimbo, which simply means use, because people stand, Akimbo means, it's an English word, standing
Mm-hmm.
with your hands open on your
Wow.
like this. And you stand like this for many reasons, because you're sad, you're happy, you're excited. So it means on Akimbo, we discuss everything. And I wrote that
Everything.
project that I was going to apply. I applied to many radio stations and I was not called up anywhere. And so
Mm-hmm.
one I thought it, I prayed about it and I received like, but this is social media. It's a
This
platform
is
for
social media.
everyone.
You can touch the
It's a
whole world
platform for
at the same
everyone.
time.
Yes, you can do this. Why not just get on it and do your thing? And bam, that was it. Akimbo started last 2018, like mid
Yes.
last 2018, and so we are where we are. So that was how Akimbo came about.
Wow. 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 I mean, a lot of times people will go to school to get degrees, but not
Yes,
everybody needs a degree to do what they
that's right.
do. There are
That's
people who
right.
have degrees who are not as, you know, as eloquent, who are not as entertaining. Not everybody has that thing. That just
And
goes to tell you that what
I started
God,
Akimbo with some others because I might not be that much educated like school wise, but I have a lot of experience. But when you started Akimbo, the direction which Akimbo is taking today, that's not how we started. We started Akimbo, but I allowed the platform to be more interactive. I flow with my audience. Yes. So I was learning from my audience, but I'm a fast learner. Yes. I was learning from my audience because I'm a fast learner. And then when I got to that place where, okay, I think I can do this. So now you see, I can talk on Akimbo more than the audience. But before, when I started it, I allowed the audience to speak more. Yeah, I allow them to speak more. I pick from them. And after every Akimbo show, I watch the entire show, meaning I need to read all comments. Because these comments are educating me. Yes. I don't reply, but they are educating me. I need to read this comment because in every word spoken by every person, there's something on the line that you need to learn from. So I go and listen to the whole program and I read every comment and I learn from them. So that's how I grow with Akimbo. So that's why oftentimes you hear me say, I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. You're talking to me and I'm listening. You're also educating me. So
exactly. We're sharing and learning from each other. Yes, that's what this is all about. Yeah. Wow, this is really such an inspiring story, sis. I'll tell you that every time that I had to catch you on, I was very happy that I did. Now, I know that comedy for a female in Cameroon or in Africa is not exactly as easy as people see it. No. How was your experience like? Because I know, like, even now, comedy in general is not really well accepted yet. And I don't want to imagine what it is for you as a female in this industry. Tell us about your experience.
Trust me, I'm not going to lie to anyone. You might be enjoying Irene Barra as a comedian, but don't just get up one morning and say you want to get into it. You might just commit suicide or depression. There's no mercy. There's not going to be any mercy because you're a woman. No, there's been no mercy for me because I'm a woman. In fact, the experiences that have been so shocking in my comedy and in my entertainment business that at some point, I've told you how many times I've given up, right? Giving up, come back, giving up, come back. Yes. Yeah. All the times I gave up was because the heat became too much. And if you're going to be smart and you're going to succeed, when the heat becomes too much, you need to take a break. Because sometimes you might force it and you might break down. So you need to give yourself a break and so on. So comedy in Cameroon, especially for the women, you know, in every domain, life has gone past that place where there used to be sympathy for women. Yes. Trust me, men are so threatened by us today that don't think that because you're coming to that thing because it's only men they're going to feel sorry for you. No,
they'll give you
you're coming to
the royal welcome as a woman.
Yeah. So you're going to top their space and you're going to win hearts more than them and all that. And so before you know it, there are fights, they are like they say in French, you know, and all of that, you know, those sidekicks and all that, just to discourage you and just to make you stop. But you can't stop because you have to keep insisting on what you believe in. And comedy is so tough. It's not like a song where you go into a studio, it's only you and your mixer or your producer who know what you manipulated in there and brought it out for the public to swallow. No, comedy is something that people consume live. And as they are consuming, they want the next one. As we have watched Barra Must Marry Pastor and all that, somebody's already
something else.
Put another one, you know. So it's very challenging. And trust me, your competition with the men is not going to, you're not going to be considered because you're a woman. It's the same competition. And it's very tough. And there are people that are really doing it, like some men, they are really doing it. And so if you need to be noticed, it's not like they're not Cameroonian comedians, female. I think they are there, but you need to step up your game. You need to impose your presence just so you can get to that place where people like Gwen can notice you and many other people can notice you.
The world sees what you do every single day. And this is what I tell people. I tell people every single day, believe in who you are. Don't be moved by things that happen around you. Don't look at what your friend is experiencing. Oh, they are better than me. Or they have this better than me. Be sure of who you are. Be convicted by what you believe in your heart. Work on it. Try to improve it every single day and keep pushing. That's the only way that you're going to make it work. If you give up and you go figure out how to make it better, Go
That's right.
make it better. Just keep trying. And don't
Just
be
keep
ashamed to
trying.
ask people. Don't be
That's
ashamed
right.
to ask somebody, you know,
That's right.
hey sis, what do you think I can do to make this thing better? Hey bro, what are some of the ideas that I can borrow from?
It's unfortunate that where we come from, I don't know if we inherited this thing. I don't know if we
Yeah.
inherited I don't know if we inherit, it's a bad character, it's a bad
Mm-hmm.
attitude. That as a female comedian, another female comedian who might be junior to me, seeing me, will not come to me like some boys even come to me, but a junior, they will not. They will,
They look at
instantly,
you as a
once they see you,
competition. Competition
yes,
in their minds. They're like,
yes,
no, I can't go bring
yes,
myself low.
yes.
I have to be
And
here.
trust
That
me,
doesn't work. Life doesn't
that
work
it
that
doesn't
way.
work. It
If you want
doesn't
to
work.
succeed in life, you need to work with mentors. You need to work with partners, people
That's right.
that, have the same idea, direction like you, without looking at it as a competition, because life is a school.
No,
Every day you
no,
learn. You don't know
no.
everything. Yeah.
I have never worked. I've been to avoid the comic shows only to watch. But my first time after all these years, my first time sharing a podium with him was in Douala last weekend. Tell you what, I learned so much in just a few hours we spent together. As somebody who has been there for so long, So I spent just a few hours with him on that platform together. Trust me, I learned quite a lot. And which means that for you to get it right, you need to hang around the people who have been doing it like forever, the people who have been doing it all this while. You are going to learn something. And if you're keen to it, because many people have given up because they tried it and they were threatened and they were looked low upon or they were looked down on and they gave up. No, nobody's going to. Cameroon is a country that is for the tough. Nobody's going to come back to you and like, you did cry. No, we move on. So in
Yeah.
Cameroon, if you want to succeed, don't sit there. If you want to cry, cry. It's okay to cry.
Cry
Just
and then
cry
wipe your
well
tears
and then
and keep
wipe your
going.
tears and come back to the game. Because if you're going to
Yes.
wait for anyone to beg you to come back to the game, I'm sorry. Nobody's going to do that. So as
And
a
again,
woman, there's
you don't know
no
what people do to make it out here. There are people
at
who don't
all.
sleep at night because they want to just do the simple things that you do. There are people who
That's right.
sacrifice all kinds of things, their bodies and every kind of thing, just to be where you are or to have the little things that God gave you freely. So don't
That's
ever look
right.
at that. Don't be impressed by that.
No,
Don't be moved by things that don't define you. Be
that's
convicted
right.
by what you believe in your heart. Keep pushing, keep
That's right.
working hard, and someday you'll be at the top. People will recognize you from everywhere. You'll be surprised yourself, but don't ever give up your hope. Don't ever do
At
that.
all. That's
Yeah.
right.
So tell me, have you had some roadblocks or difficulties that almost
Ooh,
made you completely
oh
give
my
up the
God.
game?
Now,
What made
trust
you
me,
continue?
Bar Extravaganza was not my funding. I borrowed money from the bank. I used my
Oh my
regular job to
God.
borrow money from the bank, worth about 6 point something million to shoot Bar Extravaganza series, which had 22 episodes, hoping
Wow.
that PRTV was going to take it from me and
My house.
for take it from me, which was a very long, wild dream that has never come true. Shockingly, I did everything in my power, but they never took it from me. Now I had to pay this debt for like the next 5 years,
Oh my
and
God.
um, that was a huge roadblock. When I finally got into a contract with Canal 2 to showcase it prime time on their TV, the contract was a bit complicated. I might not want to take you into it right now.
Yeah.
It was a bit complicated. The contract was very complicated, and I didn't still get anything out of it at the time. So I lost on that. I missed on that. And these are the blocks that at one point I opened a Borough Homeland Office and tried to do selling of CDs, Cameroon films, distribution and all that.
Wow.
It wasn't working at all. I
Wow.
tried. Come on, it's been one failure after the
Irene
other.
Barra, you are an iron woman, and I see
One failure. I
Vitalis
think
Otires.
I saw Mr. Vautier make a comment
Yes, he
there. He
said
knows
this
best.
is
He can
our
tell you more.
iron lady,
He can tell
a
you more about me.
virgin.
He can tell you more about the time we began this journey because he was there with me. He visited me often in my office. He saw my reality on the ground at the time. He was president of Cameroon Film Industry. So I went to festivals, nothing came out of it. And all of that, it's been one block, one failure after the other. I did a launching at Hilton Hotel, which costed me so much money.
Wow.
And I'd invited, the Minister of Culture at the time was Muna.
Yes.
So
Muna.
Amatutu Muna at the time. And she didn't come. She wrote to me later to tell me that she received my letter late. But three ministries now that they were coming, tourism, finance, and another ministry. I was like, social affairs. I was like, no, women empowerment, something like that. I was like, oh, finally I have made it. Yes, and then they came and sat down and they were like, we did not know on is I said, like, wow, this is
wow, this is like, Cameroon. Oh, you need to explain everything. It's like write a booklet.
It's like all my village wizards have gathered against me. The hall was empty. The hall was empty. Invitations went out, printed so much. So much. No people, very few people came to the hall. At the end of the day, I went home with 600,000 that we raised that night. When I was hoping like I was going to get like 3 million or 4. We went home with 600,000. It was a shock. It was a huge shock.
Yeah, you had all that production crew to pay. You had all kinds of things to cover up. There was not enough money.
Actors and actresses from the South. It was one failure after the other. At one point, movies that were given to me, I had to send it back to the people when they were expecting money from me because I know what my producers are going through. I took these movies to sell, but they are not selling as such. And you're giving people money like in small thousands for all the huge money they invested in their films. It was such a disappointment. I felt disappointed myself. I started charity back then, and at one point it was, it's been one failure after the other, one failure after the other. But trust me, that's why I have the slogan "Man no run." I don't.
Man no run for this life.
I give up now, but don't say bye yet.
Don't say bye yet.
Don't say bye. It's not.
You say you've not seen the last of me yet. We're still in this game. We will hustle until we make it. That is what it is. Man no run. Man no run. So Irene Barra, I just really like how strong you are. And I think that Mr. Vita's OTR, he put it so well. He said, you are a tough lady. You're an iron lady in the community. Seeing all what you've been doing, like there's just been so many things that you've had your hands into and you've been doing so amazing. Even if you've not gotten the proceeds back, you have been touching lives, you've been transforming, mindsets. You've been doing so great with all the things that you do. And I don't want you to ever give up. It's just the beginning. And you know what? The sun will shine. The sun will shine one day. By the time you open your eyes, all these amazing things are going to be happening at the same time. I want us to take another comedy skit from you, Irene Barra. You're just so full of talent. You make me laugh every single time. I don't know which one to play right now. I think I'll play the one with the guy at the hotel. Do you like that one? Or do you want me to play the one where you're fetching water, where there's some messages going on the screen?
Your best.
Let's watch this other skit by the amazing Cameroonian comedy queen, Irene Barra. Don't you go anywhere, guys.
No. Just one minute. I want to go. Tell the man I want to go. Madam, I want to explain something. You see, some of these men wait here. So they go out and they take advantage of small, naive girls like some of us. You see this man with his large stomach and his bad head that is having like this. He does not respect his age. This guy has been promising me things and telling me things.
I'll buy it.
He's still lying. He's still lying. Only for me to discover that this guy is a married man. He said he will marry me too. He will buy me this, he will buy me that. He has taken advantage of me for all the way he knows that
You dealt with that man. So he has been making promises and not fulfilling. So you decided to disgrace him. You disgraced him in front of the hotel receptionist, took all his stuff and disappeared with it and told him, you go take care of your wife, go focus on your life, leave me alone. You've dealt with me enough. I'm done with you.
Right. Yeah.
Tell me, Irene Barra, what inspires you to write these stories? Is it real life stories that people tell you, or is it just things that you think about that you create?
I could talk with you for 5 minutes, and a word or a line creates a story in my head. And trust
Wow.
me, after every skit like that, I always have attacks. Like people fight me, like, use my story. Is my story with this person? I'm sure because you're a friend with this person, that person must have told you. So
Oh my
I need
God.
to understand that the things I write and I act, which are my imagination, and sometimes because out of real life experiences, have not happened to one person, they happen to so many other people, and this
Yeah.
is everyday lifestyle.
People
So it's
experience similar
everyday
things in life.
lifestyle.
People experience
Yes,
similar things in life.
everyday
Yeah.
lifestyle. Yes, that's
You're not
right.
the only
So
one. Sergio Polo did something like that in his song where he took
yeah,
the lady down Mezabi, oh baby. If you remember that
that's
song,
right. That's
that's
right.
something
So
similar that he acted.
I could listen to a song like that. I can pick from there, and I listen to something else, and I pick and I put them together. 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and I come up with something. And I always want that you laugh, but then you're asking, you want to watch again. Well, what's she saying here? You know. So at the end of the
Yeah.
day, you have. I like when my skit brings out so many other themes, so many themes that you can. The married woman will find himself there, the married man, the single lady, the side chick, and the hotel receptionist, and I bring the whole society into one pot. You know, my heart. That's what I try to do in every comedy.
Madi Moto has a very funny comment here. She says, finally, the Lord has done it for you and Pastor.
Finally, we had the last laugh, but we are not done with him yet.
Finally, you and Pastor ended up in the hotel. Don't be smarting. That was from Nick. She said, "Child, Pastor, don't last end with you for hotel." This is so funny.
My God.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how actors end up with different titles. I remember when we had Mr. Vitalis Otar here, he was, telling us how people call him different names all the time,
all the
and
time.
those names stick on him. Or he passes here, he's this person, he passes there, he's that person. It's crazy how when you're an actor, you end up with all these names. Now, Pastor don't end up for hotel. That's the same guy that played the role of Pastor, but he's playing a completely different role. But because he played that role, now he's Pastor. Pastor don't end up for hotel. So that is so funny. And Madi Moto, she says, my best comedian anytime, anywhere. Irene Barra.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Maddie Ports.
I want you to tell us about some of the people that inspired you to do comedy or just entertainment. I know you've talked about Auntie Becky Dive of blessed memory, but did you have other people that you learn from or that you emulate what they do, and that has been helping you in your work as a comedian and entertainer today?
My first role model, or the person that inspired me from way back as a child, is Jean-Michel Cancan.
Oh, Jean-Michel Cancan.
That's my role model. Because I remember way back in the days, my father had like all his cassettes, or they used to call, yes, I don't know what you're calling them, cassette.
Did we have the same parents? Because my dad had that too. Like we used to listen to Jean-Michel Cancan at home.
My God. So we had all of that, and I used to watch every clip he did, and I understood. I began to learn from Jean-Michel Cancan that the only regret is I've never really known his real face. It's like, what is see the real face behind this brain? Because each time I watch any of his films or his comedy, it's fun, but he's saying something.
Yeah.
He didn't act from the blue. If you look at all his stories, he was funny, but not from the blue. It was something real.
Yeah.
It was something real inside. This is the man that shaped my mindset on the kind of comedy I want to do tomorrow. And I wanted to do something like him, not act because I want to appear stupid. Yes, I appear stupid, but I want something that you pick out a message. This is the man. Jean-Michel Cancan is a person that inspired my comedy. He
Now
inspired
tell
my
me
company.
about your relationship with other comedians. I know that you recently, that was just a few days back, you were at the Oh Boy comedy show. The only
Yes,
female, the only queen, as your title says it, Queen of Comedy on the Oh
yes.
Boy comedy show. Tell us about your experience with other comedians and also your recent appearance on that very prestigious show, the Oh
Now I'm
Boy
going to
and
say
Friends.
something. I'm going to say something without sugarcoating. I like myself because I don't sugarcoat. There was no
Yeah.
relationship between me and them from the beginning. No relationship
Okay.
at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because at one point I was asking myself, is it that they don't like me or they don't like my style or they're not comfortable having a new face around? There was no relationship whatsoever at
Mm-hmm.
all. I had a relationship more with actors and actresses, producers, but I had no relationship. Meanwhile, I do comic. My Bar Extravaganza is a comedy TV series. It's
Of
not
course.
a
Yeah.
serious film. It's a comedy TV series. And I was like, I thought maybe these guys who have been there will embrace me because I came in and I'm funny and I'm trying to be funny. Even if I'm not funny, but I'm trying to be funny. But I didn't receive that. There was no relationship. And this are one of the things that comes like a straight blow into your face.
Like a
And
blow. It's like they're not just going to
yeah,
welcome you with a red carpet.
no, yeah,
You've got
that
to
you're going
earn
to
it.
welcome. No, no. So I kept it. It boosted me in the way that I was like, okay, maybe I'm not good enough yet. They need to see me be good enough.
They
And
need
so
to see you
in that,
do more. They
yes,
want to see you
I
do
needed to
more
keep
and
doing.
be more
So
consistent because usually that's what
yes,
people want to see. That they want to
yes,
see you
yes.
consistent.
That's right. So I started trying to be consistent all the time. I started trying to
Yep.
insist on my comedy. And then little by little,
They
some
started
people started
saying,
getting along with me.
hey,
Yeah.
we
And
like you.
I had it at one point I had a like from someone like Oboda coming. I'm like, okay, it's beginning to come
I
gradually.
saw some comments
Yeah.
also from CYO Pancho, who is just amazing. He embraces everybody. I think I saw him. He made some really long, funny comment under one of your posts on
That's
Facebook.
right.
I laughed
That's
so
right.
hard.
I had people like Nia Alene. These are people I look up to because he's one of my role
Yes,
models as well.
yes.
And he was coming along. But Nia Alene is completely something else because he just lacks my personality. I don't think it's only about my comedy. It's like this is somebody that just likes my personality and is really encouraging me. Because these are
Yes,
people that from a distance you can just feel defeated, but he's so embracing. And so
yes.
for him, I can't really say if it's because of my comedy, but I think generally he's somebody that
He's
has
a
appreciated
loving,
whatever I do. Yeah.
supportive person. Yeah.
So it was a gradual process. It didn't come overnight. I was not
Mhm.
embraced yesterday. If not, I started doing comedy in 2012, but my
Yeah.
first stand-up was just last year. If not, I would have
Mm-hmm.
been on stand-up comedy platforms for like forever. But I needed to
Mm-hmm.
work all these years to prove my point, to say that, okay, I can do this. And I one day, and a boy that comic wrote to me, I was like, sis, I think you could join us on stand-up. Why don't you try it? I'm like, no, I can't go there. Says, I think that there's
You're
something
like,
there. If you insist,
no, but if you insist,
you
I
can,
can do
you
it.
know. But okay, I'm like, okay. If a boy thinks that if I can do stand-up, maybe. So I was like waiting for platforms and so on. But entertainment is connection. You need to connect with people.
Yes.
You need to come across with a positive energy, and you meet
Yes.
people who like you, who like what you do, and they
Yeah.
want to give you. So that was how I found myself on the first stand-up platform of Senior Pastor through one of the organizers or one of the main sponsors who I like what you do. One day if I'm doing something, I would like to include you there. And so that was
Oh,
how
that was nice.
I was introduced to Senior Pastor to have me on that platform, and I belong to the team now. So we are one team. We are one huge family. They embrace
So
me like the show in Douala. I feel they treat me like a queen. They want to take care of me. They want to be sure I'm okay. I'm giving the best treatment. It's just an awesome thing. Trust me, if you're a woman and you want to be a comedian, you see how these guys treat me. If you're not careful, you might just get jealous and just give up on your career.
oh, you join the crew. Don't get jealous. You can join the crew.
But
Because
you will
in
not
life, there's no
understand. It's
point
been a
being
long journey.
jealous of
If I'd
people.
given up, they will not be embracing it today. So you just
That's
have to start
true.
your work. Yes,
So
impose
tell us
yourself.
about the show that you just did at Nice Kitchen recently, the most recent active one, the Oh Boy and Friends. That's the poster
Yeah.
right there on the screen. What was your experience like? You were the only female, the only queen in that platform.
I
Tell
tell
us
you,
about your experience.
I'm going to say, I don't know if there's a comedian watching me or an entertainer watching me. I'm going to give
There are
you
a
a
lot of
secret.
entertainers watching. Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to give you a secret. Entertainment is connection. Trust me. There are people who don't find themselves on a platform like that. Oh boy, is a whole brand, and oh boy, is a whole movement. And trust me, for even if you look at even the first comedy show I did when he was launching his comedy club, I was the lead for the night. And that's because people who love my work, people that I don't even know, but because they just see my positive energy and love my work, told him, if I'm going to sponsor that show of yours, that lady has to be on that platform.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Some bushwallah that I don't know till today said, if I'm going to be part of you, she has to be.
That woman must be there.
For me to represent something, and I want to have her on that platform. And bam, that was how I found myself on the launch night of the comedy show. And now a boy show came up. My name, I didn't appear for the poster in Douala. And somebody told him, if I'm going to be sponsoring your show, I need this lady on that platform.
Wow.
I enjoy her and I like what she's doing without asking my opinion. And bam, that was how the boy gave me a call. Sis, can you just come to my show? I think that, and this is it. I'm like, next time when you want to have a comedy show, invite me so you have more bushwallah sponsoring your show.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Oh my goodness.
It's a connection. Entertainment is a connection. Be real, be positive. There are people that are going to like you like that and bring you there like that. So I had somebody like Shushu Chasi. She was the one who sponsored my entire trip.
I love her so much. Glam Mother Shushu.
She wanted me to be present. She said something. It's a sister's thing. We holding hands. We are holding each other. One of the days where men will mount a sister against a sister. We have come to that time when a sister holds a sister's hand and just take them to the next level. If you can push them a little. So that show alone is a whole thing. It has entered my CV. Like my CV is already updated. We are still updated. I've already updated my CV. Like I was on a boy show in Douala. So
what are you talking about?
So it was enough support. And that also made me understand the impact of my work. Like people really love what I am doing. No matter what it is, they love my work and they want me to keep doing it.
They love you for you. They love you for you. And that's what I just want to keep telling people on here. Like, you know what? Just keep being yourself. You are unique. You are original. No two of you know they for this world. Oh, God make you special. That's why you were born at that same time alone. That's why you have a birthmark here. That's why it's you. You were created for a unique purpose. Don't ever try to follow or step into another person's shoes because you don't know how those shoes might feel. Just follow the path that God created for you. Believe in yourself. Keep working and things will happen. Now you talked about Shushu Chasi. Who's one of the amazing, she's an amazing person. I don't know her personally, but I've heard about all the things that she does. Hopefully we can get her on the show someday to come share more about her story. I know she's a big supporter of our entertainment and culture in Cameroon. I want us to talk a little bit about that side. Have you always gotten the support that you need for your projects and for the work that you've been doing?
From 2012 that I got into entertainment till 2020, I had no support.
Wow.
It means that for all these years, I've been doing everything myself with my money, with my effort, everything. If it's charity, whatever I did till 2020, January 2020 or so, it's been me doing it.
So did you apply for help? Did you apply for sponsoring in places and got rejected?
I applied for sponsorship from the Ministry of Culture. 2016 or 15, I applied for sponsorship of 30 million. I was given 1 million. So that's like one time I've had a huge package.
Well, that was good though. Not as we expected, but
so appreciated because I never expected it to come at any time. And it was not like it was just given to everybody. They were throwing money around. No, some people said, no, she used her connections. No, I sat down, I went there, got a document on how to apply,
and they believed in you. Simply, they believed in your project.
I like paper, eh? I packed paper.
Mama, you didn't let me. I didn't write if I write project for you, you not gonna believe. And that's why a lot of people will tell you, oh, how did you do to go to this school? How did you do to do this? I applied. Just go out there, do your research, apply, look for what is needed, send your information. You never can tell. If you sleep in your house, some of those things will never meet you there. It won't meet you there. You have to go out there and hustle for it.
They send their people to come investigate to see that Bahom was existing, it was existing, and everything. And when the time came, because if people like the Basex were having 7 million, I imagine they must have asked for 150. And I was asking
exactly.
I was very appreciative of that. And that was the first time in 2017 I had a support like from nowhere. And I was very appreciative of that. But trust me, things have had a turnaround, like bam, overnight. Since I decided to become very consistent since last year, or since maybe January 2020, I decided to be very consistent, to impose and insist on my vision. I don't know. I am just so confused with the kind of love I receive, especially from people, especially from my sisters abroad. People have never seen. I don't know. So I'm just coming. They don't need to talk long. Like, I saw your skit. I just like your skit. Bam, just go to the person. You know, what's the order of your names? Before you even answer, who are you? That drop their phone. You know,
that's beautiful.
Who are you that drop their phones and they just send you a message and that ends it? They don't expect that after that you come thanking them. Oh, thank you, Lily. No, it's the kind of love, the love I have today. I can't explain. So I was like, okay, God. So all these years I needed to just stay strong. God was teaching me to be strong.
What you,
be resistant in lack. Be resistant in lack. Stay positive in lack. Don't give up. Don't, you know. And so all of this time, I think God was planning this moment for me. I think if you're not careful, you might just be jealous of Irene Barra because the love is too much. I know,
Mama, you earned it. You earned it.
It's too much. I have people calling me from US, UK, Belgium, Germany, all over the world, and they're just like, take this and do this and do that. Take for you. You know, it's too much. It's too much.
That is so beautiful, and I really like the fact that the other day on your show, you took time to thank Bushfallers. And you said, for those who don't know who Bushfallers are, in Africa, Bushfallers are those people who have gone out to the field, like, you know, just like a hunter will go to the bush to go hunt booty or beef or something. We call those who have traveled abroad for greener pastures Bushfallers. It's just a way of saying things. I know you thanked Bushfallers the other day on your show, and I know that there's so many people that you might want to mention and just say thank you to them. But before that, let's read this comment by Tengu Fon. He says, Madam Irene, you're really multi-skilled and a great female comedian. Had the opportunity to enjoy you play for my first time at Oh Boy Comedy Show last Friday.
Since I read that comment, I've been smiling like from here to here because I wanted somebody that I didn't
was
know
live.
Something. I wanted somebody that was there live, and this is my first time. I'm super excited.
All right, since you're very excited, Irene Barra, I want us to take a musical interlude right now. On Saturday, we had a guest in the house, Yangi of Yangi Nation. He has a new music video coming up in a few days' time. Let's celebrate that victory right now with this song by Yangi. The title is Kotele Dance.
It's Will Beats.
Oh yes, welcome back. I hope you were dancing to that song Kotele by Yangi.
I was dancing.
Yes. So hey sis, this is it. We are celebrating. Now is the time. We keep going from strength to strength, and we just want to say, hey sis, don't ever stop. You are winning. You are winning. You're here on Spotlight. We're talking to the world. We're sharing the story. The next day it's going to be CNN. It's going to be BBC. You know,
Hey!
it starts from somewhere. That's where it is, because we don't have a lot of female comedians in Cameroon, and you're
That's
that
right.
one person who has stood your ground despite the ups and downs. You have stood your ground and you are going. You said everything must happen. We did go now go. No
Now from
run, man, no run.
from man no
I
run.
love that. So Irene Barra, I want us to talk about I want you to take a minute to just, if you have some people to, be grateful for, like, their support and all that. I know that you've mentioned some people who have helped you, a few times, who've done some things for you to realize some of your projects. If you wanted to, just say a few words of kindness to them, I'm sure that they're going to be so happy.
I can't start without thanking my parents of blessed memory. They actually shaped me to whom I am today. I think I had a good, an excellent early education from my parents. They brought me up so well for the short time we spent together on the earth. They brought me up so well. And I want to say, I know that you are with the heavens and that you're on the right hand side of God. May God keep your
Oh,
soul to meet again. And I want to say
oh,
thank you. I need to say thank you to my sisters. These are the best
oh.
people in my life.
I
They
love
are
your
so
sisters
supportive.
already.
They are so supportive. They are so understanding, so embracing. They would have ruined my life because in trying to raise them up, they could have as well decided to give me so much headache and ruin me and
Yeah.
destroy me. I never get a chance to alive, but they went along because you could want to help someone, but if they don't go along with you, there's nothing you can do. But we went along together, and today everybody's settled in their own place, doing their own thing. They are all graduates and they are doing fine. And I'm saying
Oh,
thank you to
that's
all of them.
amazing.
Yes, it's amazing. And I want to say thank you to the people. Their names are just, if I call one name, I miss another one, I look for trouble for myself.
Una no vexo.
I'm looking for trouble, but there's so many of these people that have been so wonderful to me. There's one of these persons that has actually affected. I'm going to talk about entertainment precisely. I will not go to other
Yeah,
parts of life.
yeah.
Entertainment precisely. There's this my first director, my first film director, Abu D, who is in Boya,
Oh,
and this is the guy who told me how to face the screen, how to face the
oh,
camera, how to conquer fear, and how to act a
wow.
role, all that. So this is like the first person who took me into this. And my sister, who was my producer way back, Pamela, she's been awesome. And Terrigan, who taught me my first how to write scripts. These are the
Oh,
people that mattered to me. Like
yes.
there's this
They
person,
were there
Colonel
with
Dixon.
you in
Yes,
the
Colonel Dixon.
beginning.
Colonel Dixon was that man that gave me, he does
Colonel
that.
Dixon.
That
Oh my
thing is
gosh, we
hotel.
need
He
him
said,
on
take the hotel.
Spotlight.
If you want to shoot on the roof,
The
go and
Godfather.
pay.
That
Yes, the
man is
Godfather.
he's
He
amazing.
just
He
gave
is
me his
indeed a
hotel. Say,
godfather.
shoot if you want to shoot. Go up if you want to go up. Come down if you want to come down. Do whatever you want to do. He just comes like a check. Have you guys eating? Have they given you food
Oh
and all that?
God.
These people have
Always
yeah,
helping, always supporting
they have
non-stop
shaped
for
my
so
yes,
many years. He's the father of
yes.
entertainment in Cameroon. I think
That's
all
right.
the accolades
That's right.
should go to him. Yeah, he's the
That's
father
right.
of entertainment, the
Oh
godfather,
yes,
as they call him.
that's
Oh
right.
wow. Wow,
Yeah.
Irene Barra. Now I just want us to, like, as we are
And
concluding the
so
program.
many of them. I can't call the names of, but there are too many. And all the bushfallers, all bushfallers, yes.
Yes, all the bushfallers. We're so
All of them,
grateful for
no
everything
exception,
that you've been doing,
no
supporting
exception.
Irene Barra, her comedy, and all of her projects. That I know that there's so much more coming. Irene Barra,
That's
are there
right.
some things cooking that we don't know about that you want to tell us?
There's just too many things cooking up that
You want to give us a
I
little?
um I haven't had time like saying these things before they come, but I think we want to blow our Akimbo to the next level because we had planned.
Woohoo!
Want to blow up. We had already planned on a trip to Dubai last time. We are going to carry Akimbo to
Yes.
Dubai, and then after that to the next
Woohoo!
place.
Akimbo in
Yeah, we're
Dubai. Hey, I
actually
don't
going
want
to
to
take
think
it.
about the Shaksa motor that you'll be carrying.
Yes, we want to do that. We want to take Akimbo to Dubai. There are so
I
many
love
children
it.
who want us to discover the town of Dubai, talk to more women, and see what
Yes.
they're going to do. We are having connections with Kuwait. We are looking at
Yes.
Kuwait. can we go to Kuwait? Can we talk to the people on the ground? Can we talk to these ladies? And one of my guests coming up is the president of all Cameroonians in Dubai.
Okay.
She'll come maybe next week. We're talking to her
That's
and all
good.
of that. Yeah, we are planning a lot on Akimbo. And then charity, Akimbo giveaway. Akimbo giveaway is
Yes.
something we want to move it from live, from online. We want to take it outside the screen to the streets. We are taking
Yeah.
Akimbo giveaway back to the streets because that's where the real people. We've noticed that that's where the real people are, and that's where we can find them. So we are taking Akimbo giveaway away from the screen and down to
the live
platform. We'll only bring the feedback, the stories, and that's thanks to all the support that I'm receiving from the way Bushwallahs have a heart for Akimbo giveaway is something I don't need.
That's beautiful.
They are putting their heart on it. They want to impact their community, and they want to impact their community through me. So it's not something I should play with. So I need to win it. We are stepping up Akimbo giveaway to the next level, and so many of these other projects. There are just too many things coming up.
Yeah, Faith Nash Broom, Faith Nash Brown, Coco. You are so late. We're almost at the end of the program. Our Amy Bride, you are just so late. Yeah, Irene, before we go, I want us to touch a little bit more about the charity and philanthropic work that you've been doing. I know you've mentioned the Akimbo giveaway. Can you enlighten us a little bit more about some of that?
You know, I am an orphan. It's no news. I'm an orphan. I've been an orphan like forever. I lost my parents very young. And I know what it means to grow with nothing and just waiting for somebody to bless you with something.
Even Gary.
Yes, there's something I know about life that there are people out there that they don't really want you to give them a whole life. They just want you to give them a little.
Just a little.
They just need a little push, just a little push, not much. And when I started doing charity, when I started entertainment, I went into charity because entertainment goes along with that. You need, if you're a brand, if you're representing,
you want to give back.
You want to give back.
Yes.
So I started back then. It was very tedious for me because it was very difficult. I was doing it all by myself, all alone. And sometimes when I bring photos online, people will mock at me. They will insult me. They were like, you go and give a bag of rice and you come and put it on Facebook and who are you mocking? And
how many have given a bag of rice? So why are people so like
the insult where I had people insulting me from France, from, French and English. And it was so terrible. At some point I gave it stop. And at some point,
it's despicable.
And at some point also, but the need on the ground was so heavy. At some point, I could not meet up with the demands on the ground. These people kept calling me, we need help. I could not do it, so I had to step back. But right now, we have come back strong with Akimbo giveaway. And thanks to the platform that I run and I manage and the brand that I carry, there are people who believe in me worldwide.
Yes.
And there are people who just think that if we are not doing Akimbo giveaway any week, it means that we are lacking behind. There's something we are not doing right. And trust me, I am seeing a sister here like Bele Sonki. This is a woman that she's having an international organization. These are people that are having this. They have believed in me. They collaborate with me. They sort me out when I'm blocked at some point. They sort me out. So there are so many people.
God bless you all. God bless you all.
And they just join the initiative, and they're making it easier to do this job from ground zero. They're making it a lot easier. So why not just do it? It means that there are people who are out there. They just need that meeting point. They just need that person that they can go through to get to the public and impact them. So I'm making myself available for that. So this giveaway is something that I'm taking very seriously. And that's why we are going out of the screen back to the streets with Akimbo giveaway. That's right.
I want to say, sis, just keep doing the amazing work that you're doing. And I pray that all those men and women of goodwill who are out there, who are touched, by the sufferings of other people, who are touched by the need to share the little bits that they have. You know what? I'm just going to tell you something. 2 weeks ago, I was moderating a virtual fundraising with this organization, the Cameroonian Association of New Jersey in the United States. And I saw them going to deep villages in Nigeria. I cried while I was doing this live broadcast. You see little girls who are 13, who are pregnant, and they're telling you that somebody had to give them a shelter, and that was the price they had to pay. And you sit there, you imagine that you're a mother, you're a sister, you're a cousin, you're an auntie, and your kids are fine, they have a house. What about those people in the bush?
That's
I want to
right.
implore all the men and women out here, just open your heart. A cup of Gary can change somebody's life. Somebody
That's
can
right.
die because they didn't eat for 1 week. And that's just that cup of Gary that you give that person, that loaf of bread can literally change somebody's life. So don't ever stop. And please
I won't.
don't mock people who go out of their way to make a difference. It's the little drops of water that fill up an ocean.
That's
Okay?
right.
So guys, please let's contribute in making the world a better place. On Gwendi Media, my device is media for development, and I want us to create magic together. That's our slogan, creating magic together. And we bring people, personalities, celebrities, people in the community who are making a difference, who are doing something, who are changing lives. We want
That's
to
right.
hear your story. We know that you can inspire someone out there. We know that you can give hope to someone out there. And that's why we'll never stop, no matter what happens, because we know where we are going. Irene Barra, before we go, I know that you probably have a very good or strong message that you want to send out to all those who are watching, those who've been following you, maybe just fans who love what you do. This is the time. Take it away.
I want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who's believed in me. Thank you to everyone who's supported me to this place. Nobody's an island. Nobody's an island. And because nobody's an island, no matter how strong or tough you are, at some point you will need someone to be there for you, to hold your hand, to take you to the next level. So you've been there for me, you've supported me, you've believed in me, you've taken me to this place that I am today. I must say my gratitude, my thank you to everyone who supports me from far and wide. You've not pushed me, because there's something I noticed about showbiz. People want you to drive in luxury cars, wear fancy clothes, where I don't know how these people do that. I don't know how they do that, to have all these fancy cars and flow in all this expensive clothes and all that. And I have chosen to have a reality life. I don't want to showcase that which is fake. I don't want to fake it until I make it, because I think faking it is breaking so many talents. And you have accepted me in my village style. You've accepted me in my low-level lifestyle. You've proven to me that you even love me like that, the way I am. And you're accompanying me to take me to that next level. You're not only asking me to step up, but you're accompanying me. And that's why I want to tell every home-based child, every home-based girl, I don't know who you are, where you're watching me right now. Don't force it. Sometimes you force it in the eyes of the person that is supposed to bless you, and they'll look at you like you've arrived. Meanwhile, you're actually choking up. Be your real self, do your real thing. Don't give up, don't abandon. No matter how tough it is, if it needs you to cry, cry. Crying is a normal thing. Just cry out your tears, cry out your heart, but wipe your tears and come back to the game, because life is going on. No matter how hard you cry, life goes on. So I say thank you to you, Gwen, for having me on the show today. Thank you to everyone who watched us. Thank you to all I will take time again to go through all the comments, because I like reading every comment.
Yes.
Go through all the comments again to say thank you to everyone who joined me. God bless you all, and be yourself. Don't abandon. Man, no run. Face your reality.
I love that, man, no run. So Irene Barra, we're just going to say, keep up the good work. We're going to be here. We'll be following up on every single thing that you're doing and all the amazing projects that you haven't shared with us yet, but we know that they are in the making. And whenever it's going to be time, you would let us know. I think we have one last comment that just came in here that I want to take from Khan Elvis. He says, good initiative, Irene Barra, but I always have some worry regarding humanitarian organizations, because some are for the private money making. Thanks. You keep on. Yes, that's true. That is very true. Some people make the monies for themselves, but there are other people out here who actually genuinely want to help others. So you do your research. If you're out there, you want to support in any way, in one way or the other, don't ever hesitate. Just do your research and see what these people have been doing. And then, if you want to support them, go ahead and support them without waiting. All right, darling sis, I want to say keep up the good work. Just keep being the amazing person that you are. We love you here on Gwendi Media TV. We wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime. So
awesome.
I'm gonna put one last skit, and that's how we're going to separate with Irene
And we are
Barra
going out.
today.
That's when more people are coming in. Oh wow.
Yes, yes. A lot of people are pumping in right now. I don't know what happened, but hey, I just want you all to laugh. We're going to end the program with this comedy skit by Irene Barra. Very, very funny. I'll tell you, she would definitely make you laugh out your lungs, but most importantly, forget your worries. There you had it, an amazing guest, a selfless woman, hardworking, never backing down. She's an iron lady for all those who know her. She is the queen of comedy in Cameroon. Yes, Irene Barra is her name. She's an entertainer. She's also the founder of Irene Barra Extravaganza. Check her out on Facebook, Irene Barra, on YouTube, her skits are there, on Instagram, and connect with her. Connect with this amazing woman who is also a philanthropist and doing so much through her giveaway and her show, helping communities and underprivileged people. Well, that was all we had time for today. Yes, Annie Belangwa, she is indeed very, very funny. I just want to remind you, this is Spotlight on Gwenti Media TV. On this program, we bring you people, personalities, and celebrities who are doing something amazing, who are changing lives, who are making a difference, who are doing things that are worth sharing. And we're going to be bringing you so many more amazing people, people who have a story, people who are going to inspire you from their experience, from the things that they do. And we just hope that you continue to do what you do out there, and you might just be the next guest. All right, guys, we're going to be bringing a guest on the show the next time. If you all know Naomi Achu, the Queen of Bamenda, she just recently signed a contract with Universal Music. And the guy behind that is the founder of Constellation Entertainment. He's going to be one of our guests in the days ahead. And we'll also be bringing up somebody. His name is Rich Aquo. He is the founder of an amazing, amazing organization out here giving clean water to communities in Cameroon and other African countries. His name is Rich Aquo. It's going to be so wonderful. We have a long list of guests that we're going to be bringing every single day for you. And we want you to keep following our programs on Facebook, on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and stay close to the family. And don't forget that at the end of the year, this year, 2020, we're going to be giving out a big, big gift to 4 people. It's going to be a cash prize. Just to some of those people who've been participating, who've been loyal to our programs, who've been following us on all of our pages, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, and participating regularly. You're going to have a gift for your loyalty. I cannot say more than that, but I just want to keep encouraging you to go out there and challenge the world and keep being the person that you are, never backing down, never giving up. Keep believing in yourself. Remember, you can always be the change that you seek. We'll see you next time on this same channel. Until then, it's God bless you. Mwah. Bye-bye.